Hey everybody, Sick this year again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. Today was another Craigslist day. I found a guy on Craigslist selling a bunch of CEDs. Now we had them, the whole lot listed for $100 or each one individually for $4. Both of those numbers were a little ridiculous. He only had maybe like 30 CDs. I wasn't going to pay $100 for 30 CDs. And $4 per title was also a little much for a CD. I usually don't pay that much for a CD. I don't think I've ever found a CD for that much. So I gave the guy a call, figured I'd try my luck, see if he could come down in price. I said I was interested in a few of the titles. If he could come down to $2 a piece, I would buy them. He said, sure, he'll come down. So I ended up picking up 5 CDs. I did want 7, but his wife actually ended up wanting to hold on to 2 of them. One of those being The Making of Michael Jackson's Thriller, which has never been released to DVD. It's only on VHS. I think it was released to Laserdisc as well, and obviously CD. Really would have liked to have the CED copy of that, but for sentimental reasons, apparently his wife wanted to hold on to that. And also, they had the Jazz Singer, which his wife wanted to hold on to that one as well. So I didn't get those 2, but I did get 5 other titles for $2 a piece, so a total of $10. Not that bad of a deal. I thought it was a pretty decent deal, and they were in excellent condition. So let's take a look at what I got. So here they are, the 5 titles I picked up on CED. First one obviously being Dumbo. Very happy about that. Love Dumbo. I got Casablanca. Great movie. Definitely want to have that on CED. Mary Poppins, which is another one of my all-time favorite movies. I mean, look at that cover art. The CED cover arts are just amazing. This one actually comes on 2 discs. You got Raiders of the Lost Ark. Again, just an amazing, fantastic Indiana Jones film. And finally, Alice in Wonderland, another one of my all-time favorite Disney titles. And again, just brilliant artwork. So that's it for what I bought today. So now on to what I watched. And today I checked out Weeds Season 6. The wife and I are obsessed with the show, and rightfully so, because it is amazing. By far, one of the best TV series out there right now. It's funny, it's full of drama, it's got an amazing storyline. It is definitely one to check out. If you haven't watched Weeds yet, I highly recommend it. I don't really want to give too much away of what happens on this season, because normally I don't really mind giving spoilers. It's not really something I care about doing, but I just love this show so much, and it's such a great story. I really don't want to give anything away if you haven't seen this yet, because it's definitely something you need to check out. I remember watching Season 1 thinking to myself, how are they possibly going to dig themselves any deeper into the hole that they've already dug themselves into? Season 6, comparing Season 6 to Season 1 is like a kiddie ride. I mean, it is so tame compared to what they've gotten themselves into in Season 6. And with Season 7 out now, I can only imagine, I should say I can't even imagine what they've done. I mean, it's obviously gotten worse, but how, I don't know, because after every single episode of the first 6 seasons, you're just thinking, how are they going to make this even worse? Because it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse, and you just can't imagine how that would even be possible, because what they're doing at the time is just so bad. How could it possibly get worse? The writers always come up with something, and it just, the shit keeps hitting the fan. That's the best way to put it. I mean, it just constantly keeps hitting the fan. And it's just amazing to watch this family just dig themselves so deep into this hole. Again, like I said, I don't want to give too much away, so I'll just say after the cliffhanger in Season 5, which, again, I'm not going to tell you what happens in that in case you haven't seen it, but after that cliffhanger, they're now on the run from the FBI and from the Mexican Mafia. So, they spend the whole time, the whole season on the run, and just, again, keep digging themselves deeper and deeper into the hole. It ends on a great cliffhanger. One of the things I love about the show is after every episode, especially towards the end of the season, you start to go, oh, is this the last episode? Because it'll end on a great cliffhanger, and then another episode will come, you're like, okay, it's not the end yet. And you'll get like 2 or 3 more episodes where, they're all really good cliffhangers, and they could have ended the season there. So it really makes you want to go on to the next episode. And then finally, when the last episode comes, it is a great cliffhanger. And the cliffhanger on this one, it is great. I cannot wait to see what happens. I really want to tell you, like, oh, because this happens, I can't wait to see, but I don't want to give anything away, because I didn't expect to see what happened, what ends up happening at the end of this season. I wasn't really expecting it. I didn't expect it to go that way, so I just don't want to give anything away, because Weeds is fantastic. Again, one of the best TV series out there right now. I highly recommend picking all these up. If you're thinking about getting these, I know it's like a year away, but you might want to wait the Black Friday, because these usually go down pretty cheaply in price. I believe that the first 6 seasons were on sale this Black Friday for like $10 a piece on Blu-ray or DVD, And the years before that, they've all been the same price, like 10 bucks, like for the last like 5 years. So if you're looking to pick this up, maybe you want to wait till Black Friday, get each season for $9.99. But I would definitely recommend picking them up no matter when you get them. They're fantastic. I definitely got to get Season 7 now. I'm not sure I can wait till Black Friday to pick up Season 7 because I really want to know what happens. And Season 7 just came out last week, actually. So I'm really tempted to buy it, even though I don't usually pay more than $10 per season on any season. But I'm tempted because I really, really, really want to see what happens. So Weeds is fantastic. I would highly recommend checking it out. And Season 6 was brilliant. And the last time I checked out today was Hot Dog the Movie on Betamax. Yes, this is what a beautiful Betamax looks like. Unfortunately, not rewound, though. I need to get a Betamax rewinder because I don't like rewinding my tapes in my VCRs because it makes the heads go bad. So I'm definitely going to try to pick myself up a Betamax rewinder. But the movie was fantastic, and it's honestly kind of funny because if you guys saw my video yesterday, you know that I bought my first ever working Betamax player, and with it I got a ton of Betamax porn, which I'm still kind of shocked just that I own a bunch of Betamax porn now, which I am trying to get rid of. So again, if you want Betamax porn, let me know. I'll give it to you for cheap. So kind of funny that, you know, I was making fun of the fact that I got all this Betamax porn along with my Betamax player, and then I watch a movie like Hot Dog the Movie, which, all honesty, it's not porn, but it's definitely borderline. I mean, it's definitely borderline like soft core. There's a ton of nudity in this movie, like a ridiculous amount. I mean, when I started seeing nudity, I thought, okay, it's, you know, it's a 80s kind of party movie. It's expected. But it kept coming and coming and coming, and then just like there were so many scenes that were just like full frontal and like a ton of sex scenes that were pretty graphic, and I was like, wow, I was not expecting that. So I just kind of find it funny that as I'm watching, so I'm thinking to myself, you know, I got all this porn, which I'll never watch any of that Betamax porn ever. I'll definitely never check that out. But I just find it funny that I got all this porn that I have no interest in, and then end up watching a movie that's almost a porno in a way. But it was a great movie. If you like 80s movies, this is one to check out, definitely. It has a great 80s feel to it. It's got all the cheesiness. It's got the, you know, again, that great 80s partiness. It's, you know, first of all, I love this artwork. Look at that artwork. It's fantastic. But it's obviously, as you can tell here, it's a ski movie, so it's got that great 80s ski moviness going to it. I love 80s ski movies. They're just so ridiculously cheesy. It is a fantastic movie. There's a bunch of different storylines going on in here, but the main one is sort of against this German skier and this American newcomer, and how the German skier, he's not as good as the American skier, but because of basically politics within the competition and all the sponsors, they're kind of giving the German skier all the best points, even though he's not doing he's doing really well. He's an amazing skier, but even though he's doing, you know, not as good as the American skier, he's getting the better points because of just the sponsors, because the sponsors are all foreign sponsors. So of course everybody's, you know, not too happy about that, and it's this big rivalry between the two, and all these goofy, you know, pranks get pulled and stuff. It's, again, it's a fun 80s movie. And in the end, of course, and not really spoiler alert, I guess you all see this one coming, they do basically just this downhill race to prove who's the best, and obviously the American newcomer wins, and that's basically the end of the story. Probably most notably, one of the things for this movie, I was actually, I Wikipedia'd, and so one of the things this movie is most notable for is the Shannon Tweed nudity. And for those of you who don't know, Shannon Tweed, better known as Gene Simmons' wife, which I was actually watching this, and I'm thinking to myself, that girl looks really familiar. Why do I know her? And then once I Wikipedia'd the movie and saw that, you know, it was basically, that's what apparently this movie's best known for. I was like, oh, it's her. So, yeah, kind of weird that I've seen Gene Simmons' wife nude. I don't know, something about that freaks me out, because I've seen that Family Jewel show, which I hate that show, but I've seen an episode or two of that show, and just it kind of freaks me out now that I've seen her naked. But I don't know, weird. I just get these horrible images of her and Gene Simmons, and okay, I'm making myself sick now. But it is a great movie. It is a great 80s movie. Probably one of the best 80s movies I've seen. I would highly recommend it. I know this one is, you see, Wikipedia gave this movie, or said that this movie is like probably one of the better known 80s movies, but in all honesty, I really did not know much about this movie. I've never seen the movie, I never saw it play on TV, and up until I got the Betamax, I had heard of the movie, but I really didn't know again, anything about it. I didn't even know there was an 80s movie. For all I know, I mean, I saw the skiers in the front. For all I know, it could have been like, you know, one of those like early 90s ski movies. So I didn't really know anything about it. Apparently this is a pretty well-known 80s movie, so I'm sure maybe a lot of you have heard of this movie or have seen this movie, but for me, it was something new that for whatever reason, just over the years, just kind of escaped me. For some reason, I never really got into it, or really never even heard much of it. But it was a fantastic movie, like I said. So if you like 80s movies, if you just like good cheeseball 80s sort of party movies, just, you know, all that goofiness, all the wackiness. I mean, think of movies like John Cusack 80s movies. If you like those type of things, definitely check out Hot Dog the Movie. You'll love it. So that's it for what I bought and what I watched today. Very excited about my CEDs because they're all in great shape for $2 a piece. I think that was a pretty good deal. Also watching Weeds Season 6. Again, it's a brilliant season of the show. Just every season gets better and better, and just they keep getting themselves into more and more of a mess. I love it. If you've only seen maybe the first few seasons, definitely check out the rest. If you haven't seen Weeds at all, I would highly recommend checking that series out. It is brilliant. And Hot Dog the Movie, it is a great 80s movie. It is brilliant. I absolutely love it. It's just so cheesy and so much fun. I would highly recommend it if you're into 80s movies. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what I bought and what I watch tomorrow. See ya. I remember the first season watching this and thinking, how are they possibly going to dig themselves any deeper into the hole they've already dug